Hey YouTubers, Ronald here. We're going to go over the Letsfit app and we're going to use the IW1, which is also our new fitness watch, to do the review. This watch was made specifically for the Letsfit app. And I think this is a great product as well to upgrade to our previous models. Alright, let's get started. So this is the Android version of the Letsfit app. So first, click on your Letsfit app. And then we're going to go pair the device. And we're using the IW1. And as you can see, you also have the option of the ID205S and the ID205L. So we're going to go IW1. So to scan it, the IW1 requires you to scan it. So it's going to have a QR code. And you need to have your Bluetooth turned on for this to work. And also your GPS. So your watch will say paired, and above you'll see that it synchronizes. You'll see a synchronized screen. Alright, so this is the main display that you're going to have. Up top, you're going to have your date, and you could go back if you want. In the top right corner, you could share your activity. So we're tracking three main things here, and it's going to be your workout minutes, your active hours, and your steps. And those are the things that encompass this little wheel that you have there. And we think these are the important things for you because, for example, you want to be active for 12 hours a day. That way, humans are not meant to sit around. So we're meant to be moving around and active. And then you want to work out at least 30 minutes a day. And that's supposed to be for, to keep up your health for a long time. So you want to do that daily. And then you can set your goal of your steps. And the steps goals can be adjusted. So you could change it. We have it set up as 10,000 here as default. When you go into each one of these, you could look at the daily, weekly, or monthly stats, and then you can also go back to different months. And then in the week, you can go back to different weeks. So it's very, very easy to use. All right, let's go back. Let's go into the active hours. Same thing with the active hours. Here, you can also set your sedentary alert settings. So if you click on there, you can start. You can set when you want to be active. So let's say your day starts at 5 a.m. You could just change it to 5, and then it'll remind you. Like if it notices you're not moving around, it'll give you a reminder, and you could turn this on or off. Okay. And same thing here. You have the daily, you have the weekly and monthly views, and then you got your workout minutes. Here, it's color coded, so you got low intensity, moderate intensity, and vigorous intensity. So here, I went back to the previous day. So here I did some of my workouts was in the moderate intensity range. And then here we have a description of the settings, and we have a reference source if you want to look at it. And of course, we have the daily, weekly, and monthly views. So this will be good for you to track your progress. So the IW1 also has a heart rate monitor, We go into it, and here it shows you a summary of your maximum heart rate and your minimum heart rate. And then it shows you a graph here of your heart rate throughout the day. If you go into the weekly view, it will give you your max and min for as well. And it gives you like a range, a bar graph range for the days. And then same thing for the monthly. Resting heart rate. So it tracks your resting heart rate for the weekly and monthly. Calories burned. So here I don't got any calories, but it tracks your daily calories as well. You go throughout days. Here it does the weekly calories as well and the monthly. Distance. So the distance is in feet. It does weekly, monthly. So everything's pretty much the same way. Sleep schedule. So sleep schedule is pretty interesting. It'll track your REM sleep, deep sleep, and then you can also tell it when your typical bedtime and wake up times should be. There's a good reason for that too. Another feature that this has is the SpO2. You can turn this feature on. I'll show you how to do that, but it tracks your oxygen saturation as you sleep. So this is pretty cool. As you can see, my oxygen saturation is at 98%. And it does the same thing. You got your daily, weekly, and monthly views. So when you want to do a workout, you could there's going to be a training page, and it'll give you a summary of the workout you did. So here I ran around my house, and it shows you a map of your route, and you could move inside of it. So it's pretty nice. It shows you the time that you took, the calories burned, average heart rate, and then your pace, and then the average step frequency. And then if you keep going down, it will show you the step frequency, and every mile it does your speed. So I had a 20-minute mile in the first mile, and then almost 20-minute as well in the second mile. And then you have your heart rate and step frequencies. Cool. This is a nice little feature. The heart rate zone, it splits up, what my exercise was. And here I mostly focused on cardio training, which is my focus at the moment. And then some fat burning and warm up. And then it also shows you your calories burned. So this keeps a log of all your activities that you've done. So it's a nice little thing. This lets you choose all your outdoor walks, for example. Or you could just see everything. All right, then let's go into the settings. So when you get the app, you're gonna have to have your account. So make sure you create your own account, and here it has my stride length, so you could calibrate your stride length. You have the option of calibrating it for running and for walking, which is pretty cool. You can also set the units, so is it miles or kilometers? And then you can set when the week starts. So you can have it start Saturday or Sunday or Monday. And then and then also the weight, pounds or kilograms. And then the height, feet or centimeters. You could put your weight, your height, date of birth. So use your date of birth to calibrate the heart rate. So at least you want to put at least the year correctly. And then your gender. your security settings, so you could change your password or you could delete the account. So the good thing about this app is that it will follow. Let's say you get another tracker. Let's say you buy the IW2 instead. It will keep all your data here and just continue with your workouts, which is different from the previous ones. If you change trackers before, it would start like a new session basically. So this is pretty cool. And then you could have, if you go into the actual watch itself, as you can see, you can turn on notifications. You can put do not disturb. You can schedule it as well. It also has a night mode. So you go into your night mode and you can turn it off or on, and you can put it on a schedule. You could change the brightness, 20 to 100%, an increment of 20%. So you have a control center, and basically when you swipe right on the watch, it'll show this, wherever it's checked, it'll show that. So for example, let's say I want my music control to be the first thing I swipe. When I swipe right, you activate that, and then you can control that. And actually, I tested the music control, and it'll work on videos. So it's pretty cool for that. And I've tried it. I tried it on my connected TV, and it'll pause and stop the video, or start and pause the video. So the music control actually works pretty well. So that's what this does. You also have watch faces. So you have these three options right now. I yelled at the team to give us more options. So in the future, I think the next version of this watch, it'll have the option to upload an image. But you could select to turn off the calendar and week. You could also select to turn on or off the battery and Bluetooth. And then you could turn on and off the steps. And also the second hand actually works, so it'll count. I know people asked that before, which is important to them because they want to know what the seconds are. And you just press confirm and it'll update it. You also have your sleep alarm. So let's add a sleep alarm. Let's say I want to wake up at 8 in the morning. And then you could give it a title. So alarm morning. And then you give it a vibration period. So you have 15 to 60 seconds vibration period. So let's just leave it at 30 seconds. And then you can repeat this every day, or you could choose which days you want it. And then you could turn on smart wake mode. So smart wake mode, basically, it'll wake you up when you're sleeping. Wake mode tries to wake you up outside of that sleep cycle. And then it has the option for snooze, so you can turn that on and off. And then you press confirm, and it'll add that to it. Okay. Then you can also set the vibration intensity. So you got low, medium, and high. And then here you can turn on the blood oxygen. So you're going to need to turn this on if you want to know what your oxygen level is during the nighttime when you're sleeping. And then you also have heart rate notifications. So the heart rate notifications only works when you're working out. It won't work throughout the day or anything like that. But you could set it. You could set it to different ones by intervals of 10. And then the default one is calculating your max heart rate. You can also change the language here. So right now we have English and German. And then you have the option to update the firmware and reset the device. So you can also restart the device from here and unpair the device. And this pretty much covers the Letsfit app and the features that it has. In the future, we're gonna be adding things to it and making some improvements. And the best thing about that is like I will be involved in doing these improvements or changes, and like your feedback is important. So I'm always listening to the customer. So thank you for looking at this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Thank you.